What They Never Told Us weekly check-in session 3 and action. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Russell the Fourth. They caught me off guard.
And we are back with another episode of our weekly check-in, and this is session 3. The countdown to season 3 is getting very real.
Getting very real. Some stuff we working now, but I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I always by the time the season's nearing the end, I'm always ready for it to end. But it's not long before I'm like, okay, let's just get it going again.
Yeah, I had somebody text me earlier, like, these little weekly check-ins is good, but like, when y'all coming back? I was like, come on now. Like, it ain't even been a month. But I appreciate that they miss us because we definitely miss them. And these little weekly check-ins are just a little teaser because sometimes when we leave, I'd be like, oh, I wish I would have said. I wish we had a little bit more time.
I know. But it's, I don't know. It's weird, too, because this is the second season in a row that when the season ends, we seem to catch momentum. People get turned on to the podcast who didn't know about it before. It was a proposal last time that did it. Mm-hmm. And this time, all of a sudden, we start seeing traction to the podcast. And then it's like, well, dang, the season over with.
Yeah, I think it's your TikTok. If you don't follow Russell on TikTok, y'all should go follow him. He's Russell the Fourth on TikTok, and he be dropping wisdom every day.
I guess. Yeah, but for those of y'all who are new to the platform, what up? Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Happy Father's Day. Belated Father's Day for all of you guys who celebrated Father's Day this past weekend. Keep doing the good work of fatherhood, y'all.
And fathers are so unappreciated.
Man, shout out to the good ones. Shout out to the good ones. Air horns for y'all.
Ladies, if you have a man in your life and he's just a dope father, like especially to your kids, whether you with him or not, cut him a little slack. All right. If he doing good by the kids, just cut him just a little bit of slack, because really, I think it's hard to being a dad out here, being a good dad. Like, it's really hard. There's so many brothers who will just give up. So, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's sticking in there, they deserve a little bit of credit.
Absolutely. We celebrate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Listen, we won't be here for you long, but we're here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm talking about? Weekly check-in session 3, and what are we talking about this week?
Is it okay to be friends with your ex?
Boom, boom, boom. I don't like coming to this subject.
Yeah, we had a little tiff in the
There's 2 seasons in a row. When we come around here, it be beef. It was season 1. What about your friends? And I can't remember what it was season 2. But when we come around this territory,
season 2, we actually didn't touch it until
because it was so
we
hostile.
didn't touch it until the final live episode. So if you have not seen that, shameless plug, go back. Not seen it, excuse me. Go back and listen to it. It's on audio only, but on all podcast streaming platforms. And yeah, we get into the big X, the ex-wife. So I'm just going to go and take it away since I'm the one that had the issue both times. Hello. I'm okay with you being friends, quote unquote, with your ex if there is a solid reason. Like, y'all share children. That's a legitimate reason to get along with somebody that you used to have coitus with. Other than that, I ain't really feeling the friendship thing. That's where I land. Like, y'all already know, y'all done already learned that I like to fight. I don't want to be put in any scenario where it's going to make me try to snap. And if I see y'all kikiing and giggling, knowing that y'all used to do stuff that you do to me, like, I got a problem. I'm sorry. So, no, don't be friends with your ex.
How real are we being? Or this just
being really real?
We being really real.
Yeah.
I got green light.
We always really real.
Okay. That's cap.
Okay.
You don't
Say
mean
how.
that. So
I do. I'm cool with you being friends with your ex-wife.
So what constitutes friendship? What are things that friends do?
Y'all cordial. Y'all speak. Like, y'all not going to hang out.
So in a friendship, right, if you were in distress, you would call a friend. I need some advice. Hey,
sure. Yes.
Something happened with my window.
Yes.
My window's hurt.
If it's
My window's
now
broken.
and again, yeah.
Every time I'm in trouble, I call Tedrick. I ran out of gas. I called Tedrick.
You also didn't have sex with Tedrick, so it's a little It's a little different.
But now you just said if you have kids together, you can be friends. So
you can be friendly.
So
okay, I'm gonna change it. You can be friendly.
So here's what that's what
because I feel like you trying to think you about to get me caught up when it's not the truth. I said what I said.
So what constant? So
you can be friendly. Don't be mean to them. Be cordial to them. Speak to them. But you're not going to hang out. They're not calling you.
Not hang out.
They're not texting you.
So you can't call in distress. Like, hey, look, I'm really stressed out.
If you ain't got nobody else to call, yeah. But are they calling you as your friend or are they calling you as their ex?
Their friend. You just said it's okay to be friends.
Yeah, but you have to check the motives of the other person too.
So say this is a scenario where there has been no wind of any romantic nature.
I feel like you trying to get the green light to be friends with your ex-wife, and I'm trying
to clear some of the fog and see this thing from the perspectives. Okay, I said, can we be real? You gave me the green light. Don't try to shut me up now because I'm making points.
But I'm like, you're not making points. Like I said, what I said. You can be friendly. I don't have a problem with that.
You switched it. First, you said we could be friends.
Okay, but in the wind that I said you could be friends,
it's just what
what I was describing was friendly, not going to the movies, not hanging out with each other.
Now you adding extra stuff in.
So friendly. So you can be friendly. You can be kind to them.
So stay on these specific scenarios. Calling for advice, is that okay or not okay?
In moderation, yes.
What is that?
It's whatever you and your partner decide is moderation.
So for us, how often is that allowed? Is once a month, couple times a year? What does that look like? Help me, form this idea.
For you and
me and my
specifically, I don't think that is okay at this moment. Period. Now, if you want me to get into more detail, I sure will. But at this moment,
hence the cabbage.
No, it's not cabbage. I don't think that it's okay for in this moment where y'all are at in this moment, where we are at in this moment. Just knowing that we've already had issues where I feel like boundaries have been violated. We're not there yet.
Yes,
in the future. Yes, I don't have a problem with it, but right now we're at that. But that's not cap because I do still feel like that. If those issues would not have occurred, I would still feel like that. When I was giving my answer, I was giving a very general answer. I wasn't speaking of you in particular.
Just so you know, this is an issue that once again we teach you all the time that there are certain things that are going to be a journey of working through, and this is. Once again, one of the dope things about this platform is that we live life in front of y'all. And this is a situation just like you heard when we talked about it at the season finale live episode. Mm-hmm. We disclosed some very personal stuff about a dynamic that we are actively working through. So listen, it's not easy, but I appreciate the fact that God uses us in this way. And I think we've grown. And shout out to us, high five up here as podcasters. We got up here, you can't see it, but we got our little dry erase board. And we have something over here that
you ain't even gave your answer yet.
Purpose over personal, okay? We got this thing on us here that says purpose over personal, where, you know what, like, we know what we're here to do. We know the impact we're trying to make. And, we work through stuff. And don't look at me like that because we said we try to make 20 minutes. It's only 8. So we're going to have to talk a little more today.
I'm not doing it that. I'm just saying you haven't answered the question yet. Like, they came here to hear the answer to the question.
I'm going to blow your minds. It's the same answer. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Barring kids, no. Now, I would say I think I'm a little more open with the friendship thing. Like, if you have kids, I think it's okay. If there's trust, I think it's okay. If there is absence of romantic feelings, and if you guys are proven to just be like good and you have a solid friendship, I would say, you know what I'm saying, getting advice, stuff like that. If it's open, if it's not something that's hidden, and I think that's okay. I would say that.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't tested it because I don't cross those lines. Like for me, if someone is an ex, they're an ex. Like you're an ex for a reason. I don't need to be your friend. I don't need to go through this awkward stage where it's like we don't know what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to act around each other. Like when you're my ex, I'm good on you. I do have an ex-husband. I do have to communicate with him because we have 2 children together. It's very mid. Like, we doing the bare minimum. We don't hate each other. There's no animosity there. But, like, what do we got to talk about outside of our children?
I agree with you wholeheartedly when you said friendly. Not so much with the kid thing, but with exes. So in my situation, a lot of the exes that I've had recently, I still have to be in close vicinity with them, whether it's work projects, whether it's music stuff like that, where I have to like navigate waters around one another. And in those are situations, those are the areas where I utilize just being friendly.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Why that's saying don't poop where you eat at.
I don't know, but I've never been the dude that can just go to like, yo, what's up? What's your name? You know what I'm saying? Like, matriculate relationships out of thin air. Like all of my relationships started with people that I know, that I see in social circles. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Yeah.
But I still be like, the cut, what was that?
But, see, your social circles is different. Like, you used to hang. I didn't hang. My social circles are people that I worked with. So, like, if I'm doing music, it's people that I know in that world. I'm in the studio. If it's at work, that's my social space. I don't really, you know what I've come to the realization? I don't have much of a social life.
That's okay. You got me. You don't need one. But we have we live in a small town. So, like.
You are the first person.
What?
I didn't work with you.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, all of my exes, except for one, are from here. So, like, I see them around town, and I'm not making an effort to go speak. Like, if we're in close enough proximity where a hi is cool, I give you that. What that? How you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not stopping to have no conversation with you. I can't think of one of my exes, like, beyond, like, junior high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I'm going to sit and kick it with.
I feel you. I think we're in agreement about that. I think we have different parameters when the kids are involved. Mm-hmm. And for me, from my perspective, and I hear what you're saying, you know what I mean? And I don't think we're that far off, because I agree with you. Like, most of the conversation should be about the kids, you know what I mean? But speaking of the kids, in my perspective, I think there's nothing more dope and nothing more healthy for your kids to see a healthy dynamic and a true platonic friendship. Doesn't mean I'm over there playing Uno. Doesn't mean I'm over there, drinking coffee, having long conversations at the table. That's not what that means. But it just means that there's some genuineness in that. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, I think you have to be careful when you have younger children, because they don't understand that. And a wind of, they're getting along, could spark, are they going to get back together? Do they still love each other? Is it, you know what I'm saying? And it plants an idea in the kid's head when y'all just adults and trying to be cordial and trying to be nice and show them a good relationship. But to them, it looks like mommy and daddy are not arguing anymore. Now they're really friendly. So now they're going to get back together. And if you don't see that, or if another person is introduced into that dynamic, it makes it really hard for a kid to determine what's happening. So I think that you have to be careful.
Yeah. In my situation, we never argued. So that there's not much difference. If I'm being honest with you, all of my kids have seen is a friendship. That's all they have ever seen. You know what I mean? And I think my kids clearly see, and this is no slight to my past marriage or her, but they clearly see a difference in how me and you interact and how our relationship looks, right? I think they're starting to formulate what a romantic relationship really looks like. So in our situation, I don't think I have to worry about them wanting, like, is there a chance? Like, nah, they know.
Yeah, but that's not everybody's situation. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if somebody's listening to this and they think, it's best, which it is, to be friendly, but you have to really understand what picture you're painting for your kids. And you have to explain that to them. Like, mommy and daddy don't hate each other. We're good. We're friends. We're friendly. But we're not going to get back together, because sometimes that picture can seem like it's rosy and it's a happy family to the kids, when all y'all are trying to do is just get along with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's why we have to have the ability to assess, you know what I mean? Like, what is this scenario? Is this something that's really a friendship, or is it an open door? Is this something that is leaving the door open for inappropriate conversation? You know, conversations that you got to hide. You can't be an open where you got to delete this when you're done. Or, ooh, you remember this one time, you know, like stuff like that you know is going to lead somewhere that is not beneficial to your relationship. But everybody has to have the ability to assess. And when you can do that, that's how people get in trouble. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think, too, I can't speak from a male perspective, but I know it's some really messy females out here. And sometimes a girl who's really stuck in baby mama mode can really get disrespectful when she's trying to assert her position in the man's life, especially when he's moved on. And you know what I'm saying? If the man is just like, yo, I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to be friendly, we need to make a good relationship, and she taking advantage of that, it can be a real problem. So just watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be friendly. My advice is y'all don't got to be friends. Y'all ain't got to hang out.
Y'all got kids. Be friends. I want to know what y'all think, though. I don't know what y'all think. Leave it down in the chat. You already know we're looking for feedback. I want to know what you think.
Friendly friends.
Be friendly. Y'all got kids.
Be friendly.
No, you be friendly with a random stranger in the grocery store. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Y'all have kids together. At one point, your bodies were on top of each other. Yeah, you guys literally have a responsibility to raise a life. And kids are more observant and perceptive than y'all think. And just because y'all saying hi and saying bye don't mean that they do not feel all of that tension. Which is why.
It doesn't have to be tension.
Huh?
It doesn't have to be tension.
It doesn't have to be. But the truth of the matter is that if you cannot be friends, there is a reason why. Now, I'm not talking about friendly. You saying just keep it high and by because if you cannot be friends, then why? If there's no romanticism, if it's not a violation of a boundary, if there is no mixed signals, if you're not worried about somebody stepping in, if it's not a closed door, then you have to ask yourself, why? Why not? Is it just an unspoken rule? Is it wrong?
For me personally, I don't see a purpose in it.
Not everything has purpose. That doesn't make it bad.
No, I didn't say it was bad. The point of the conversation is what side do we fall on? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's where you are in the situation. And I don't think I know.
Let me debate.
I'm good with just being friendly.
Well, nothing wrong with being good, but something that doesn't serve a purpose, but it might not be wrong or right, versus something that is just right.
So you just force a friendship just because it's
not
right?
Force. No.
Like it's not.
Not for it. If y'all not friends, then you're legitimately not friends. But if you are, and it can be healthy and beneficial, then you have to ask yourself, why not? If it's good, no one can sit up here and tell me that two parents who are raising kids together, having a true friendship, no one's gonna be able to convince me that is a bad thing for the parties involved. I don't care if it's not negative. Tell me how it's bad for the kids. Now, if you tell me, okay, it's not bad, but I just don't see a purpose, well, that doesn't make it wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You listen, one thing about me and her, we'll talk ourselves around and around and around and around. But this ain't about what we think. It's about what y'all think. Drop it down in the comments. Let us know what you think.
And always remember, we love love.
And y'all should love too.
Peace.
Peace.